Deputies have identified the man who drowned in the Rogue River yesterday afternoon. They say he was 54-year-old Jon Van Valkenburg. He was a doctor with Providence Medical Group. Newswatch 12's Andrea Shepard shows us how his patients and co-workers are grieving his loss.
He was encouraging and always positive, always upbeat.
He was incredibly popular with his patients. I'm sure they're going to be devastated.
For many patients and fellow Providence doctors, Dr. Van Valkenburg, affectionately called Dr. Van, was more than a physician. He was a friend.
He was beloved. He had friends that just had the best time with him. He was always trying to have a lot of fun, and he was gregarious and loving and giving.
Patty Bosworth has been his patient for the last 20 years. Her children also grew up calling Dr. Van their doctor.
Visits with him weren't clinical. They were more of a care in, how are you? How are you, Patty? How are you doing? What's going on?
While Patty says Dr. Van worked very hard to make sure everyone in her family led healthy lives, his was tragically cut short in a drowning accident along the Rogue River not far from here. Deputies say Dr. Van was fishing with his son in a raft. He was pulled overboard when he tried to get the anchor and got tangled in its rope. The rope wrapped around his hand and the current held him underwater. He was wearing an inflatable life jacket, but it wasn't inflated. Deputies say in this case, a functioning life jacket would not have changed the outcome. To hear her beloved doctor and friend who led by a healthy example pass this way is beyond shocking and devastating.
It's the feeling that you get when you find out that kind of news about someone who is important in your life.
Patty says it's too soon to find another doctor, but she will honor his legacy by staying healthy.
He helped me take charge of my health, and he helped come up with plans and procedures and basically a blueprint for how I can live a long and healthy life. And so I will continue that.
But her next doctor won't be able to replace Dr. Van.
It will be very, very hard.
In Shady Cove,
The clinic is going to suffer. It's going to be hard for us. We'll have to find a way to pull through.
Andrea Shepard.
He was so much more than just Dr. Jon Van Valkenburg.
Newswatch 12.